grabbing the outside of the elbows and then interlacing your fingers. So the interlacing of the fingers provides support for the back of the head. So you can put your head down, having the top of your head where you touched with your middle finger touch, and you come up without support, yeah? Okay, so he's going to walk so come down, yeah. So walk in as much, we want the hips over the shoulders. And so this is in his practice. And something that I didn't know about my headstand for a long time is the same thing that you're seeing here. I felt really long and straight in the spine. I felt very long in my spine, but my legs were forward. And what's happening here is a little bit of tight shoulders, right? So what you want to actually do is bring your heels back towards me a little bit more. Bring your heels towards me. Towards me.
Where are you? Behind you.
I'm behind you. Yeah. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So, for me that looks much better. You can even bring your legs a tiny bit back. A tiny bit more back. A little bit. Yeah. So, he has good support. Do you feel the weight in your elbows and your head?
Yep.
So that looks really good and long and straight. So he could point his feet and flex his toes for Barbie feet. So Barbie. Pointing the feet, point them, point your toes, yeah, and then flex your toes. Only the toes, yeah. So here the whole leg is very active. Nice.
I feel like I'm breathing.
And breathe, you can see it. So, and to come down, he can come down on his own. So we're going to do this again with a different model because this is in his practice already. So you can come on down. Nice. Beautiful. And is there anyone who does this pose that wants support in the pose? Anyone who's like working on it doesn't feel as stable, or does everybody do this pose pretty? Yeah? You want to go? I'm going to help you. So a lot of times you're going to see people in this pose or in the prep stages of this pose. This is a pose where you really want to use the wall, you know, in your mind, but there's lots of things that you can do leading up to that to keep you off the wall, which would be the alignment. So you can use your hat or not, depends on, yeah, okay. So you can set yourself up for headstand, elbows, interlaced fingers, head down, yeah. Yeah, and then lift your hips. So you want to stay right here, a little bit back, a little bit here, yeah. So hips are over the shoulders, and I'm going to support her from the hips, but I'm not holding onto her, I'm her wall. So from here, you can either bring one knee at a time or both knees. Yeah, nice. So and she'll start to reach her legs up towards the ceiling. Nice. And then do outer rotation. Outer rotation. Other way. Sorry. Oops. And then tuck your tailbone. So you want to extend your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Yeah. So these are kind of two opposites. For her, it seems like the momentum of her posture is going back, and for you, it was kind of going forward. So squeeze my hand. So this is another really nice adjustment for the pose. And tuck your tailbone a little more, reach your feet up. Nice. Does that feel like you have even weight?
Not really, but...
More in your head, huh?
I am now. Huh?
You feel it more in your head?
No, I feel quite evenly by the weight of your balance.
Okay. Well, I don't have you at all. You're just squeezing my hand. So this is a really good way for them to find their balance, because I'm not holding her in the pose. She's squeezing my hand to keep herself in the posture. And so the safe adjustments here are to have your hand in between the leg, if that's okay with them. or hands on the hips, helping them come up and down. You want them to be able to do this in the pose, because if they want to come down, that's their decision. When you're holding their legs, that becomes unsafe. If they feel too much weight in their head, they can't come down if you're holding their legs in the pose. I'm sorry? Sure. Yeah.
So get popcorn afterward.
Everyone gets popcorn afterwards. Nice. And so a very important part of Sirsasana are the legs. So if the legs are jello, then the weight is not stable in the body. And you feel weight even in your head and elbows? Maybe push down your elbows a little bit more. Yeah. So when she pushed down her elbows, her legs went up a little bit more. Or at least that felt that way as I was adjusting her. And if you want them, so to me, what has been very helpful to be able to lift my legs more fluidly is to go down really slow. So if you are helping someone come up into the pose, don't let them drop back out of it, because that's not really teaching them the control that you need to have in the posture. If you are adjusting someone on the way up, you want them to feel safe until they don't fall backwards. But another really important part is to help them back down, because then you can start to work on the rotation of your pelvis and the bandhas in the pose. Thank you very much.